I want to bring in Bo Young, Major General Bo Young again. Bo, it's great to see you. Thank you for your support all day long and what you're doing here. Um, I'd like to provide a little background on Brian Finnan of Arcanum, who's we're going to showcase, a great. This is an example of the great technologies and capabilities that we'd like to showcase. Arcanum's technologies, new authentication technology secures the input and transmission of passwords. Their secure authentication solution reestablishes the confidence in the passcode system. And because it's always my date of birth, right? So we have to have something better than that. Anyway, great to have you. Hope you guys have a great time together here, and turn it over to Bo.
Thanks. Yeah, David, David 123, that's not a very good password. Okay. Anyway, it's my great pleasure to introduce and welcome Brian to the event today. And this is the second of these sort of mini case studies that we talked about earlier on in the initial presentation, where we're going to highlight in sort of rapid fire fashion. We have really kind of 10 minutes here. So it's not a detailed pitch by any means. It's a sort of an introduction to the technology, and for those that are interested in learning more, then we can certainly facilitate that. Brian is really a self-made man, an American entrepreneur extraordinaire, and he is the founder and CEO of Southeast Solutions, which is a full-service IT telecom company that he really built from the ground up. And the way Brian got on our radar is he was a blue ribbon winner in the pitch day competition that we did earlier this year. So Brian and a few other companies really sort of stood out for the quality of the technology and the ability for it to be used in multiple markets. And so Brian, I want to welcome you, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, General Young. Excited to be here. Appreciate the opportunity.
I know you have some slides and you want to go through that'll show us actually how it works. Tell us a little bit about Arcanum and how it came to be.
Sure. As you mentioned, we own another company, Southeast Solutions, and Arcanum was born from Southeast Solutions. We do a lot of custom software, a lot of back-end integration work. And the idea for Arcanum actually came from a PIN number being stolen from an ATM. And the gentleman who's really the brains behind it, I just recognized it, came to me and said, listen, I think not only can I fix the PIN problem, but I can fix the passcode problem. And that being said, I'm a visual guy. I told him to take a couple of weeks, give me a very rudimentary interface. And Brooks came back a couple of weeks later. I immediately got it. We filed for the patent, and we started pursuing it at that time, and we received our patent in 2018, and we're just excited to finally bring this technology to the world.
Great. Well, let me let you get into it then, and we'll circle back at the end. And again, thanks so much for being here, Brian, and take it away. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you again for the opportunity. So I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully everybody here will be able to see it. I'm going to start it from the beginning. So can everybody see the screen? I just want to make sure that we're still good here.
You're good.
Okay, perfect. Well, first of all, again, thank you. Appreciate everybody being here. These are digital threats that we as individuals and companies, we deal with every single day on the internet, whether it's on the device, whether it's in transit, or whether it's in storage. And what we're going to show you today is a technology from a passcode perspective that has been thought about from the inside out as opposed to the outside in. What we've created with Arcanum and our product Encode is the ability to create a 4-character passcode that's more secure than any 8 to 16 character password you're using today. But the beauty of our technology is that you never have to change that passcode regardless of a data breach. And our technology is actually going to eliminate or mitigate all these threats that we deal with on an everyday basis. We're going to introduce you to Encode. And I'm going to jump right into a demo to show you how it looks and how it works. And it's very, very simple. Can everybody still see my screen? I doubt it. So let me do another
No, we're good, Brian. I mean, now we see you, but we did see the we did see the demo. There you go.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
Okay, you did see it? Okay.
It's up now. You're good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to enter my username, and I'm going to be presented an interface. I'm going to enter my 4-character encode in front of everyone here. And you're not going to have any idea what it is, but I'm going to do it very slowly.
So Brian, the it has not launched. So
This screen share. There we go. Let's try that.
there we go. Okay.
Okay. Let me redo it. I'm going to re-enter my username. So I'm entered. This is my interface that I'm being presented. I'm going to enter my encode in front of you. It's just 4 characters, but I'm going to do it very slowly. I'm in my account. It's just that simple. But what happens each and every time that we come back to authenticate, we shuffle the attribute sets to different keys. My encode's exactly the same, but now I have a completely different key sequence. Boom, back in my account. Another unique thing about what we're doing is that we can create this interface using anything that we want to. So here's a completely different username, but yet we can create a passcode using emojis. So you think about it from this perspective, SEC logos, Disney characters, military icons, anything that you can think of, we can actually create this interface. And it doesn't have to be in this particular design. We can design the interface any way that we want to in terms of our patent. But for this particular encode is golf ball, bulldog, red 1 in my account. That's simple. But I want to go back and we're going to talk a little bit real quickly about the actual what's going on behind the scenes. So here, my encode that I showed you earlier is actually red, black 87. Well, for us, none of those attributes actually exist. You see them, but behind the scenes is a system value that's its true representation. And we're going to flip back over to the presentation, and I'm going to show you what we mean by that. So everybody see my screen again?
You're good.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about what's actually going on behind the scenes and what I meant from inside out. This gentleman is using Square Orange 3J as his encode. And let's assume that Service 1, Service 2, and Service 3 are your bank, Amazon, and eBay. Well, the back-end system values for Square Orange 3J at each of those services is actually different. So on the back end, you have a different passcode as of what your input is. But the user experience stays the same across any platform, whether it's a mobile, your mobile phone, a tablet, or a desktop. Your experience stays exactly the same, Square Orange 3J. But let's say that Amazon, eBay, and your bank have these different values. And Service 3 is eBay. eBay gets breached. Well, it doesn't affect your bank. It doesn't affect Amazon. And the beauty of what we're doing is that eBay can change those system values on the back end, and you keep using Square Orange 3J securely across all those platforms. So in all reality, instead of that service asking you to change your passcode every 90 days, you can actually have it change behind the scenes every day, every week, every month. So you never have to change your encode. You continue using Square Orange 3J securely across all those platforms. And again, that user experience stays the same regardless of the data breach. But we also have another piece of technology that we've created, and we don't have enough time to really talk about it here. We could do it in the happy hour later, but we're actually tokenizing that data for every single authentication. And we call that technology DARC. It stands for Distributed Asymmetric Recondite Circuit, and would love to talk to you more about it as well. But it's important, listen, we're not replacing any HTTPS or other encryptions. DARC and encode, that's just a pipe inside a pipe. All we're doing is enhancing and fortifying those technologies that are already in place. Bob Bigman is on our board of directors now. He's the retired CISO of the CIA. And this is part of a email that he sent back to me after he first was able to witness what encode and DARC are. But we're not done. We have some future innovations. We can eliminate credential phishing. We see the point where people can actually create their own interface using whatever sets of attributes that they want to, using voice biometrics with our technology for multi-factor, using it for email authentication, and then using DARC for multi-server encryption, tokenizing that data going back and forth. That's what we're doing. That's a quick, very brief run through. So thank you, Bo. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Hey, Brian, thanks so much. That was very cool. I think people can see the potential for sure and why you guys were a blue ribbon winner the last time. For those that would like to talk to Brian and learn more about how to work with them or integrate maybe their technology, then you can find him at the happy hour. That'll be after we're all done here. And certain companies and organizations will have tables, which are for all practical purposes, breakout rooms, and you guys can chat it up there. So thanks again, Brian, and a great job. And let me turn it back over to David and Scott.
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you, Bo. That was fantastic. Hey, now I don't have to worry about using my birth date as my, or maybe my dog's name.
There
or
you go. There you go.
This is much more secure.
David 123.
David 123. I'll have to stop using that. Maybe I can use this technology, right?
Well, you could add, 4-5 or.
Yeah. Do it backwards. And then also, I am incredibly technical because I do know how to reboot. That's my go-to move. Just start over again. But anyway,
I have what's known as a son.
yes,
And he's wonderful.
I have a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow, that means
amazing
I'm really
the
technical.
The knowledge that they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Techie.
Yeah. So this is fantastic. That was a great demonstration. It's the kind of organization that we want to showcase. And then I want to thank Bo Young for reminding everybody about the happy hour this evening,
absolutely.
where you can actually meet these folks, et cetera, interact with them more.
Which is nice too, because a lot of these things, you don't have that opportunity. You sit and you listen to someone, and you know what it's like, David. You've been involved with these, multiple times, multiple years. But you finish, you hear what they say, and you think, oh, wait a minute, I'd like to ask so-and-so, or I'd love to have a conversation with him about, and you can't do that. So I think the happy hour idea is a great concept. I really do.
And if you want to be part of that, contact us. Go to AF Series is a new version, shorter, afseries.com.
Perfect.
And you can find us. And we are going to have a database, a tech database that showcases companies like that. We're launching that here soon, relaunching it. And we're going to have hundreds of companies pitching, et cetera.
Fantastic.
We're going to have all the defense contractors looking at them, all the tech scouts, VCs, angels, private equity firms, all the innovation units, the DoD X's, as we like to call them, et cetera. So stay tuned for that.
That's super. That's great.